I think the mental side is definitely the biggest win going through this program. I couldn't be happier where I am physically as well, but I do think there's a different type of mindset you come out of with this program. You won't even recognize your previous self. My name's Eric Sullivan. I'm from Mansfield, Massachusetts. And for work, I own a website development and marketing agency, Future Edge Developments. Before joining the program, I grew up being very active, very involved in sports. Once I got to college, there seemed to be a decline in my motivation to go work out. I was probably going to the gym, once or twice a week. I knew that wasn't going to be enough to get the lifestyle I wanted to sustain. Before joining the program, I probably was in the deepest spot mentally. I wasn't as motivated to continue working as much as I could. I found myself with a low amount of energy going throughout my days. My biggest challenge was going to be just procrastinating the start. I really wanted to make sure I could get through my busy days with the maximum amount of energy I could sustain. I knew that my diet wasn't correct. I knew that there was a lot of learning I needed to do in order to fix what I was eating and putting into my body to accomplish what I wanted throughout my days, whether that was between work, school, or just my activity levels. But it went to a deeper level of also wanting to be able to take my business to the next type of level. Overall, just change my mindset and become as productive as I could. My biggest success, obviously physical transformation. I think the mental side is definitely the biggest win going through this program. I couldn't be happier where I am physically as well, but I do think there's a different type of mindset you come out of with this program. You won't even recognize your previous self. The knowledge of nutrition has been probably one of the most important parts of what I've learned throughout this transformation, this journey, as well as, being able to go into the gym and know exactly what I'm going to be working on that day. And you can get into the gym not having any type of anxiety about what's my next workout going to be. You know exactly what you're going to get into that day. I could say just confidence overall has increased pretty dramatically throughout this journey. Yeah, I think that this is only going to improve your life in so many ways. If you're looking to make a physical transformation, obviously this is going to be where you want to do it. Couldn't be happier about where I am right now. I feel like a completely different person physically, and then mentally, night and day difference between the energy levels you feel throughout your day, as well as the other people in his community who are driven, like-minded individuals. Everybody can kind of come together and everybody helps everybody out. Everybody helps each other stay accountable for what they wanted to accomplish. We go over yearly goals throughout the community as well. That's something I've never done before, and we're about 25% through the year right now, and I would say I'm making some great progress on most of my yearly goals, and that's something I wouldn't have ever thought to do without working with Ryan or being inside of that community. Ryan makes this a fun process. He makes learning fun. You can go through as many YouTube videos, articles online, and try and learn about some of these things that, Ryan gives you, but nobody will break it down the way Ryan does. I don't think there's anybody better you could go with, and Ryan's a fun guy to work with too. Living the plus 1% lifestyle, it really just means you can accomplish more than you think you can. That's where your daily habits start. Inside the community, we work on a Power 5 list where we have 5 habits which we want to create, and that's been a huge help guiding me in that plus 1%. When you work on those habits daily, you're going to become so much more developed in those skills, and the consistency will just keep piling onto itself. And I think that's kind of all about your mindset, knowing you can do one extra thing a day. I think the 1% mindset is something that everybody should live by. As simple as you make your dinner that night, make a little extra, because then you'll have your lunch for tomorrow. Being pretty busy, I won't always have the right amount of time to pack my lunch for work the next day. Those little wins add up and really just make you an overall better person, less stressed out because you're more prepared. People can find me online at futureedgedev.com or futureedgedev on Instagram.